Thank you very much, Honorable. Since you've been given Lusaka, who will be able to invite you so that you elaborate more on some of these issues.
Okay, and as I conclude, I would like to tell everybody not to stay home if you have nothing to do in town but moving about so that you are safe for this COVID. We have been told by our health professionals that the number of COVID-19 is increasing, so let us stay safe. I thank you.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of Honorable Mumbi Piri, who came through as well, just to add his voice to what we are looking at this morning. The Patriotic Front and the 2021 general elections is the topic of our discussion this morning. And my guest, as I stated earlier, is a PF Information and Publicity Desk Administrator for PF Social Media, Mr. Chendera Erasmus Mukondo Musonda. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Comrade Lungu. I'm humbled to be once here. And it's such a blessing that my mother was already here and she has homed the seat for me.
All right.
And, in November, we say that Chumulilo Vakoshira Vakulu Tabocha.
So you find us already deep into the discussion, Mr. Chendera. You just found us discussing about the clouds we saw yesterday. I know you may say, just as she has said, people were coming at their own, but there were centers where buses were coming to pick people. I would just cite, for example, Ngwerere Ward 19 at Garden Park area. People gathered as early as 7, and by 8:30, buses started coming to pick the people who were being taken to Mlungushi International Conference Center. Your comment on those clouds that we saw?
Comrade Rungu, to start with, I'm happy that the president has made such pronouncement much more effective, and that the launch of our campaigns for 2021. And for me, as you have rightly observed, those groups, they had gathered before they had that pronouncement being made officially by our president concerning the way we are going to conduct ourselves in this campaign. And I cannot talk too much about it, because the first area statement was issued by our Secretary General, one Honorable Davis Mwila. People thought it was just a rumor, but it's now official. And I think that was the last time you'll be seeing such clouds coming together, because it's now official. And as they gathered, they didn't know that the president was going to make such pronouncement. But we are very much aware, some of us, that the SG had indicated that the PF's campaign this time, they won't have this one item on the table, and that is the public rallies.
Were you with a view of trying to challenge what you saw on the nomination day when the UPND were filing their nomination? I ask you so because of this clip here. The voices of those that were gathered at Mlungushi International Conference. Was it a challenge to the opposition UPND?
Look, we are a large family as a Patriotic Front, and as such, we cannot take anything that is being said on the street that is official. So basically, by you going into a crowd of people and to get a voice of somebody who is saying that this is not Ichoma, this is not what. The official position of our party, we don't want to trivialize matters. It's very simple. And the SG talked, the former SG and our MCC, Mumbi Piri, and the one who is in charge of Lusaka, she has categorically said that Our position is very simple, that of which the president has said. There won't be any more public rallies. It's unfortunate that you would want to trivialize matters. Those are cadres, and you know, cadres, they can say anything. So basically, we wouldn't want to reduce ourselves to say that those are our spokesperson. The Patriot Front, the family from which I'm coming from, we have formal structures, and the right people, they make a pronouncement. And in this case, the president had made that position. And for us, those voices that you are hearing from the members of the general membership of the party, it's just some part of entertainment and the politics of it. So that is not a voice of the party. It's just a voice from the street that you had picked. So we don't want to fight to bring or reduce this COVID fight to that of childishness fight, or that of saying, you know, look what happened. Kaindi Chilema, when he behaved irresponsible, he burst the people from Northwestern, from Sorwezi, who got stranded. He burst people from Mongo. He burst people from different localities. But this individual is telling you that we are very strong as PF on the ground. And as such, he said it himself, said that we are not coming from far-flung places the way it had happened with our colleagues, the way they had behaved in a responsible manner. They are from within Lusaka. So basically, that's what it is telling you on the other side, that we are not afraid. On the ground, people are willing to come out to support us, but we don't want to risk their lives. Their lives are very important. And it's a good example that you have brought out to see that people are very much willing to participate in form of the rallies. But this should not be taken for granted that we are going to go. And Mama Mumbipiri, that's where I'm going to build from. We have seen what has happened to India. You know, we can't go the Indian way. And we depend, as he rightly said, that a lot of these medicine that we have in the chemistries here in Lusaka, or dotted across the nation, they are coming. Almost 80% they are coming from India. But today, you saw what has happened to India today because of the same public rallies, and we are taking this very seriously. And our fight cannot be trivialized. So that's our position as a Patriot Front. That voice that you heard on the ground there, it's just the people who were participating in something which they didn't know that, in fact, the president was going to make a pronouncement to say that we don't need such big rallies the way it had happened. So that was the last time you ever see such rallies.
Let's talk about the management of cadres during this period. It has proved to be difficult because it's like in every election we see unruly cadres going against the party directives. In as much as you have condemned your colleagues from the opposition, but we keep seeing the same behavior being duplicated in the ranks and file of the PF. How do you intend to handle the situation?
I think the pronouncement from the president, if you have the recording, you hear him how he had given us that directive. He said, with us as a family, as a Patriot Front, we are more concerned with the health of our people. And I would love to say the way he had said it, because he said it, us as Patriotic Front, we are not going to participate the way we have been participating in this previous period, in these previous elections. This time around, we are going to do away with the public rallies, and we love these public rallies. And you know, you and me, we know how we have always participated in these public rallies, especially that we had always let the youths, the women, everybody to participate. And how we got into power in 2011, it was through these huge public rallies that the MMD at one time, they thought they were not going to materialize into the actual votes. So in 2015, it was the same. 2016, it was the same. But this time around, it's different. So the president went further to say that for us, as the Patriot Front, we are not going to go the responsible way of having these public rallies. And he asked the police that don't respect anyone, whether is a PFMCC, is a PF CADA, is a PF whatever. Make sure that they follow these guidelines. And you are the enforcers of this guideline. And when he was making that statement, he mentioned the Ministry of Health and the police. So basically for us, that's a very good foundation on which we stand. These directives are very important because at the end of the day, if you don't issue such directives, the cadres won't be managed. So this is how we have managed our cadres from inception to where we are today. We had, I think, the biggest challenge which happened when talks about violence, and that was in 2011. We designed the Don't Kubeva. Do not involve yourself directly in confrontation with the MMD. And we behaved accordingly, and we are exceptional. And in 2015, we behaved exceptionally well. In 2016, it was the same. So basically for us, it's not here and there that these pronouncements have been just been empty pronouncement. For us, there have been pronouncement that every card has followed. And the example which the president has made, it's the right one, especially that he has tied it with the reinforcement of the people are mandated to make sure that these are followed. Because it's not for us, the Patriotic Front, to start arresting people or to make sure that these people, they start undergoing the medical procedures that are necessary to make sure that the public are safe. But for us, prevention is better than cure. So the best cure that the best prevention that we have is that we are saying all PF candidates in this 2021 election don't participate in this election using rallies. There are other models, there are avenues that we can use. Go on radio, use the television, go on social media, billboards, put adverts, open up this small door-to-door sort of campaign, and then also use the print electronic media, use the newspapers, and then the traditional way of talking to each and everyone. We can campaign using the American way of phoning in. We phone the would-be voters so that at the end of the day, we do not risk our people. This is the reason why the president said yesterday we have more better, effective way of communicating to our peoples. And these, among others, I think I've mentioned them.
Now, talking about these same campaigns, Mr. Chendela, I know that the Patriotic Front being in power, obviously the president is still the Republican president.
Yes.
Until the day that he will be handing over either to himself or to whoever will be elected. And he has the upper hand.
Yes.
We've seen the national broadcaster, obviously, the first 15 minutes of the news is dedicated to him. And these others, obviously, when they are in the news, obviously, it is in the negative side. Don't you think that will affect your opponents, especially the way the public media is conducting itself?
Look, I cannot be a spokesperson for the public media that you are trying to bring here, maybe ZNBC or others. I'm a wrong person because for me, I'm speaking for the party, the Patriotic Front. So the way they administer or the way they administrate their issues at these public medias, it's quite challenging for me. I cannot support them. I cannot even defend them. So basically, for me, I'll speak for the Patriotic Front. The president talked about the good governance and the values of being a Christian. And this is the reason why for us we have believed that as a Patriot Front, we have believed in these Christian values. And we have always cherished the Christian values above any value in this world or in this country. So basically, when we're talking about a public broadcaster, either it's covering the PF or whatever, I think you call them, I think they will be able to defend themselves. But for us, what we know that in this country, the way the constitution is tailored is that at no time we are going to have a vacuum in the president in the office of the president. So the president will always have an upper hand because it is constitutionally given to him. So the president has a major role to do, and that is to make sure that this country is held together and the development continues, so that whoever picks from him or himself picks from where he will leave that office, it continues. So basically, that thing of the public media, the coverage and whatever, I think it has to do with the resources themselves. I think wherever you go, we are operating in an open economy. People have to advertise themselves. They need to buy space. Even coming here, you need to buy space for you to carry out any political messages. So basically, I cannot defend any public media here. I only speak for the Patriot Front. And for us, we have given enough space, and especially that the president talked about, we have now close to almost 48 radio stations. He talked about the radio station, we were only 3 by 20, is it TV station? There were only 3. But today, we can brag, we can say we are more than even 20. So basically for us, that's what is important. We have provided the alternatives for those who would want to go to the same constituency that we want to speak to, and that is the Zambian people. So basically, as we stand today, we would encourage our people that society today, as we speak, even some of us, we have never been at ZMBC, but we have been speaking for this party, the Might Patriot Front, through social media. We have been speaking through private radio station like yourselves. So basically, you cannot reduce yourself, all of us, just to go on ZMBC, because you know, the mandate of ZMBC. The mandate of ZMBC is to inform the general public on behalf of the government and the ruling party, or the ruling government, or what I can say, the government which is in power. So basically, it's not here and there that the president from, is it the first 15 minutes, you'll be talking about Edgar Lungu and the PF. For me, I cannot dwell too much on that. Otherwise, what is important is that we have let other people have access through internet, through the airwaves, through other radio private stations, and these are standing in better position than even the same ZMBC, because people today, they have that freedom to choose whether to go to ZMBC or to go to this private media.
Let's move on. I'm reading a story which was posted on your media platform, but it goes on 22nd May 2021 at 04:28 hours, or 4:28 a.m. You elderly people has always called it like that. All right, so let me read this story. It reads: over 100 supporters for the independent presidential candidate Masua Kalabi, who were ferried from Solwezi, have been left stranded for the past 3 days without food after the said Kalabi failed to file in his nomination. The supporters, who are mostly women and youths, were left stranded at intercity bus terminals without anything. Okay, so let me end there. Within 12 hours, the story changed. From the same media platform, it reported that those were UPND cadres who were ferried from Solwezi. The earlier report was that those were ferried by the candidate, the independent candidate, presidential candidate. Within 12 hours, you changed the story. Was it a way of trying to undermine your opponents, the main opposition party?
Look, the first batch, which was assisted by our Republican president and through the Lusaka Provincial Committee headed by MCC Kamba, it happened over the weekend, and that was almost close to almost now. Today it's Thursday, almost 4 days ago to almost 5 days ago. That happened on a Sunday, and those were helped. And these other ones, the location where they have been found, it has been explained. It is an intercity bus station. So this is just another second batch of people who have been stranded, and it's unfortunate that that even in these smaller parties that we don't even led by Kalambi, they have behaved the way the UPND has been behaving. This is not the way to go. I think it's very important that as the political parties, we must mature up, and also when you help, you bring people. Once they help you, you must be responsible to make sure that they are dispatched from wherever they are coming from. So basically, this is not the first time that we're having. I remember very well, even on the Copper Belt, when the UPND, that such similar arrangement, we had the Binwa Mpundu, who struggled to make sure that these people were given transport, and then also were supported, starting from toilet paper to the making sure that they were transported back. So it's not happening for the first time. And the Smart Eagles, I think the credibility is still there, and they are very credible when it comes to providing information. These are people who report facts, and I love our Smart Eagles. They have always behaved smart, in the sense that they are not like us, even party functionaries on these other blogs like the Information Publicity Desk, where we do propaganda or do some exaggeration.
So you agree that you do propaganda?
Propaganda, it's the name propaganda, it's not misleading. Propaganda is just talking about something good. It comes from a church department which was Roman Catholic. Propagating. Propagating means good news. So for us, the Smart Eagles, they have always, in fact, they have always reported without politicizing issues. So for us, why we call ourselves more like a propaganda desk, it's because we are always politicizing issues. So it's not
from
here and there.
From the dictionary I'm using here, propaganda, Mr. Chendera, means information, especially of a biased or a misleading nature, used to promote a political cause or point of view. So it is not as the way you are trying to purify it.
Look, when you are biased, it doesn't mean that you are bad. I will be here, I will be biased. I'm just talking about the PF. You understand? I will be talking about the president. I'm one-sided. It doesn't mean that I should be fair, because the nature of politics is that we must be biased with our manifesto. We must be biased with our stand. We must be biased with anything. Even the word itself, bias, it's not a problem. It's just saying
there is a part where it says misleading.
No. I'm
using the dictionary. This is not the knowledge coming from my head, but I'm using
the dictionary that you are using, and unfortunately, it's that one which was defined after Adolf Hitler in 1945. That's when now they started using the word propaganda, because propaganda after Adolf Hitler, that's when now they tied it with the politics. Before that, it was in the Catholic Church. It was a department. It meant good news about Jesus Christ. Propagate about Jesus Christ. You talk about just the vastness of Christ himself and saving mankind. So basically, before Hitler, that's what the English and its pronouncement. But as we stand today, we are here to propagate our values as the Patriotic Front. We are here to propagate the values of Christianity, which are embedded in our constitution. So basically, for me, I wouldn't even waste too much. Smart Eagles, it is above board. Smart Eagles has been
just because smart. It reports on
and especially that whatever it reports about, it reports with without that issue of having politicizing the matters. They just told you that there was this Mr. Calabi who had picked 100 cadres from Solwezi. And the video, it's there, the pictures, they are there, and the people were interviewed.
Now,
so
I'm looking at the coincidence, because at 04, it was Mr. Calabi. Is it Calabi or Kalambi? I stand to be corrected. I don't know how to pronounce it properly. It should be Kalambi. Okay? He ferried 87 from Solwezi, who became stranded. 12 hours later, from the same Smart Eagles, we are reading that almost the same number from Solwezi was left stranded by the UPND. Does it mean that that coincidence was just to happen between within 12 hours, and for these two political parties with the same number of people.
Look, the other issue which we must understand is that when they were doing these nominations, I think they were requested that all those who are aspiring for the for the presidents, they must come with is it 100 supporters from each province, not so? Yes. So if you look at the closeness of that number, the 100, well, it's in order. Yes, they brought them all the way from south. If is it from southern, there was 100. Maybe the one who came from southern province were given the transport, but the irresponsibility.
The ones from Copper Belt,
from the Copper Belt, Muchinga, the other one, they were returned. They returned back.
They only failed. These two political parties only failed to transport people to Solwezi.
So just imagine. It's very unfortunate.
Why that coincidence? Is it that you are misleading, or maybe it's fact?
These are facts. These are facts on the ground. There are more than 200 people who are stranded, and it took the initiative of the president through our Saka province or committee to help to bail out these people, and they were ferried back. So basically, you must give us as a plus for demonstrating leadership and to coming to the aid of our to our friends. So basically, this is the reason why we have always talked about coexistence, and then also that we are not a violent party, that we treat everybody as a brother and a sister. This gesture should not be looked at as something which is should not be politicized, rather, or should not be propagated into something negative, but basically it shows our coexistence with our brothers. And we are telling our friends that next time you are given that special privilege of inviting your people, make sure that you make sure that they are safely returned.
0211293435 is the number for your call. You can as well text us on 0965830293. Now, before we officially open the lines, Mr. Chendera, we had a lot to discuss this morning, but time is not our best ally. Okay. You still about 40 minutes to yourself. Let's talk about your running mate.
Yes.
Honorable Nkanduluo. A surprising move which the president has taken. Most people didn't expect that, and a lot of PF members are being encouraged to accept her, but deep down in their hearts, they have rejected her.
Look, you cannot speak for us to say that deep down in their heart they have rejected her. And then secondly, you are not talking about a person who is new to the Patriotic Front, in the sense that she is among the MCCs, the 55 MCCs.
Because we first heard the murmuring from within your party.
Which murmuring? It's just the exaggeration. I don't know why you like interpreting or looking for bad signs among people. There wasn't such bad signs of saying, no, the murmuring, they're doing what. But basically is that...
but you heard the murmuring.
I never heard of any murmuring to start with, because the people who are there who were invited by the president, they were very senior party functionaries. And what it is that she has been accepted, and everybody knew that she was among the people who have been considered to be the running mate, because from the Patriotic Front history, the people are picked as a running mate. For us who know how the people are picked, they are picked from the MCCs, and she's among the 54 MCs that were elected in this general conference. So basically, it's not here and there that she's new. It's not here and there that it happened from without, but it is from within. So basically, for us as party functionaries, we know how it happens and how these appointments are done. So we have the people who have always believed that the president was going to poach from outside, the president can pick from outside, but we have always demonstrated that we have a lot of resource within the Patriotic Front. And the selection of one Professor Nkanduluo, it is that one which is an embodiment of women empowerment, especially those who have gone through the highest institution of learning like this one, University of Zambia, those who have been given the privilege of going to reach such a level. So basically, to us, it's another record that one Edgar Chagwarungo has broken. So this is the second record that he has broken in Zambia. The first one being that he is the first one to appoint a running mate, a woman. So look at our friends. Immediately we made that selection of that choice through the president by appointing her. Even the UPND the following day, I think they did the same copycatting. So basically for us, we have been setting the stage high, and the Professor Luo, she has vast experience. She's not new in the Zambian politics. She's coming in 1996 as a member of parliament for Mandevu. She's coming in as a person who has been a cabinet minister from 1999 to where we stand today, as when she was heading this Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock. So basically, you are talking about a performer, a person who has been very forthright in decision management, and you are talking about a person who everybody knows that we have now a professor. As comparing with our comparatively with our friends. These other ones who are just been copycats. Ours, it has been original.
0211 29 34 35. Let's pick our first caller here. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Mkwai bukashani bachamaland. Oh, bachabula pa garden landeni tumfwe bachabula.
Mwabombeni mkwashukuru mwe bali hapo.
Winonga walishani bachabula garden nga kwalishani ku garden.
Wino kuno inecho ndei pushako ine. Ndei pushako kulingana pali imwe.
Mkwai.
Bantu ama election yalipo pali inoshita. Yabaka inde na balungu. Abantu babiri abantu bamo abashiki babe cyalo becho icyalo cya Zambia. Nomba bali aba president bambi abashana abe na Shon Tembo. Elio ba mama kakeka. Ero na ba bishop baraba MMT tababe shiba abantu kuno mu cyalo cyose tababe shiba na pepano. Nomba nga bali pale tipo bagari tira ama report ina ngezi ne modali hapo. Winga bapotera kusheni nani? Kusheni chwena pali kishinga. Winga bapotera nani ponta baje omuntu walingira okupotera. Umuntu umwe ushobora ati ine ndepotera chite ine ndepotera balungu ndepotera bakayinde pali abenya abantu babiri aba ewo abantu bayikote twitishani babapotere nomba babonze abali trenda la mashonseshi tafari baraki mwamon mwabeka la pansa mbuja kutira ati barabantu bakwate campaign ya malali bakite nomba inoshite bili pwe batio bantu kukotizi obviously abene ya isei ala leta kantu patron balonzo abale kwa munze tini kopi bojo ro panga ngati wale na patu ufile ne waso ifi kwena mwandini twara mloko fialayo my election yali why more important for this election is for only two persons, Mr. Kainde and Mr. Rungu. Finish.
Thank you very much for coming through. 0211 29 34 35 is the number. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Is this what's the name again? Hello, give us your name. Bana Mwaba. Wow. You can continue, madam.
Evalishani kwa imu studio.
Winonga walishani bana Mwaba?
Wino tule umfomelo ndo la usaka.
Anatotela mkwai.
Mkwai. Kwesa kuli ba kateka ilo batpera barani nichiba ino ba nkandulu. Ipato alichipokelera pamonge chikani. Cheshi benacho ache yo people were murmuring. Yakena mwachi wepshani kwesa kubale chita murmuring. Because kuja kwali ba central committee. Bofwe bali pano pansi. Twali chipokelera. Kwigala na career yaba nkandulu. Bali bawe educated, politically fiance. My position is over down. So uli ompando na ubalinga ifoto alibapokelera. Bamsonda, bachendera msonda.
Mgwai.
Ukwisa kumaraliza abantu balerizo kwibati yo ba president baliresha webacha campaign kwigaba. In fact ba SZ balilano kwebati bakonka balita discourage amarali.
Mgwai.
then file twakonka ama guidelines ogatupera ba president ngala bakutukisha uno tabalesesha omuntu kweba tufera kitamalira kyona abalala tibala kita enforce ama road mukali mleranda
You can conclude, madam.
Tabaleseshe political party kwati mulala odinga malari tabaleseshe twiba kushuwa omuntu okuba tiwa president abalesha abenda basenta abantu awe balero ntinga manifesto kimonga kirapanga ndawaita abaana uleba pera amafunde abaana nga wakyala 12 bayisa abali 12 ebala abantu mwamwene kulya kumulungushi bala bapera amafunde okuba tufire twakonkesi nende ibukusha kunumoko other political leaders they were calling for a total lockdown Number one, Timonga, no country, I total lockdown. Namalaris in Navale, Alanda, Pokua, Tivala, Jinga Malaris. Not a cooling, around the foot at Ramon and election time. That's why I start total lockdown. But our president, to Quebec, there's total lockdown. But let's have a Zambian, no movie, Wabantu, effort to alike Kalamchalo. So, still on a patriotic front. Offer to land if we pano background. To learn development over PF Babombere, no Kubota, Ella to vote, effort to Karakonka, we are touch over letting. Manifesto take you on the 20 months on the manifesto. We share the 2 months, but I feel to stack of this summer Zambian. But while they talk about Tamararis, talk about Tamararis. I want to look what stack of this already. I want to attack this side. What?
Thank you very much. Your time is up, madam.
Right, 0211293435
is the number. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you are calling us from?
You are talking to Morgan within Lusaka.
You can go ahead with your comments, sir.
Chandra Mukondo, good morning.
Good morning, Morgan. How are you?
No, as we are okay, and we know that a young man has come now from the media team of PF.
Yes.
Yeah. For us as the oppositions, we were disturbed a bit. The president to direct the police that arrest anybody who's going to abrogate the court rules without fear or favor. And when himself has appointed the campaign managers in all 10 provinces, including Lusaka. So how these people have appointed are going to mobilize people. And he has continued that as you have already campaigned, because you have built more bridges, more schools, I have no doubt that you are going to win. But for us as an opposition, we are so many. We are not only one political party as an opposition. So, and I heard in the morning Mumbipiri was on the right. Mumbipiri, if you remember that Mumbipiri only 2 ministers, cabinet ministers, that we are going to arrest them. They are not arrested, including Bowman and the other ministers. So for us, what we are saying that this is the time now us to mobilize. This is crucial. We have remaining 2 months. Time is running out. Now, we are going to tell the people about our manifesto. This is the game. The winner will come out. What we want a fair play. So that you as our opponent, also when you win without any obstacles, we are going to shake hands. But if we beat you, we are going to shake hands to us. That's what it is.
All right, we have lost you, sir. Thank you very much for coming through. Let's pick this call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Elvis, how are you? You can go ahead with your comment.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me congratulate Madam Mumbipiri for being appointed as the campaign coordinator for Lusaka together with Davis Chama. We are ready to work with you, ma'am. We are ready. We are ready to hit the ground. Bachendera mukonde mulishanya achivani ba Godwin ngana achiva kalipira pakuisa late.
Exactly. Mkwai.
Oh, how are you, Godwin?
Very fine. You can go ahead with your comment. We do not have enough time, sir.
Coming to the topic, what the president has said is true. What Godwin you got from the masses there also is the opinion of those people who came there. If you saw the president didn't even stop to address those masses there because he knew that he didn't invite them. Those people came on their own will. The president, if he called them, he would have addressed them like what Mr. Akainde Hichilema did when the masses were there. He addressed them, and those people, some of them came from far-flung areas, and they were stranded in Lusaka. So the president, what is he saying? He says, let's abide by the COVID guidelines. He didn't say stop the rallies. He was just telling the police to make sure that they do their job, regardless of who will be performing the rallies. Even the PF themselves, included them. He said, deal with those people firmly without fear or favor. So that means he even included this party. This is why this party, the PF, has done its groundwork. There's no need to campaign in Maralis, in Mawat. If you remember Godwin in 2015, the UPND campaigned the whole entire campaign period. President Edgar Chagwarungu campaigned for 22 days and won the election with a landslide. So for me, these opposition who are crying before even the police has acted, I think they are crying babies who have never disseminated their information to the people. They have got nothing to offer to the people of Zambia Godwin. These are disgruntled opposition who think that maybe they can win elections through rallies. But they are mistaken. The PF, as you heard the song of Godwin,
Your time is up. You can conclude, sir.
Godwin, in conclusion, Godwin, the PF, the president said, let's talk about ourselves. We will be talking about ourselves, the development we have brought to this country. This country has changed from the time it was taken over by the PF. This time it is a paradise in Zambia, Godwin. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. 0211 2934 35 is the number. Hello, good morning.
Godwin, good morning.
Good morning, Brother Namanda.
Thank you. Vamkondo Mwauka.
Mwauka uli wa namba wa Amanda. Yes.
I think to my party UPND, let's not waste time responding to the PF who are saying we shall not have public rallies due to COVID. It is clear that they don't have any message to tell the Zambian people because number one, they've killed the economy. People are wallowing in abject poverty. Look at the corruption levels in our country. You remember the gassing issues, road shedding. So they have got no message whatsoever. So it is up to UPND to go flat out and have rallies. With or without the COVID, we need to have rallies. As long as people mask up, there is a social distance. In the entries of these rallies, there should be buckets where people should wash their hands. So the police, when they come, they will be checking on those things if they are happening. Then they will let you go ahead and have rallies. There is no point. These PF, they are just trying to distract you, distract your message. Go flat out countrywide campaign. Here in Kampumba, we are having a rally at the Kampumba ground. And I'm inviting Mukonjo to come and attend and see how people are observing health guidelines. There is no saying no rallies, the police should do what? That is a non-starter. You saw billions of people, thousands of people at Mulungushi yesterday. And he never said anything. He never even instructed the police to disperse them. That is double standard. So whatever the PF these topics they are bringing, they are just trying to divert your attention. UPND, don't sleep. Go in Snazeze, go typical in Changombo, go typical in Wapula and campaign. We need
Your time is up, sir.
In conclusion, UPND, you need to wake up. You need to stand up and do something for the betterment of this country. Go flat out at the campaign, have rallies, period. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's the voice of our brother Namanda there. Let's pick this call. Good morning.
Good morning, Godwin.
Good morning.
Mr. Katapazi. You can go ahead with your comments, sir.
I just want to tell the other political parties that they still have a chance. If the president or the policeman say that no rallies, I think the only way they can do is to do, since they are allowing door-to-door campaign, which is to myself, which is almost the same as the rally. If today Godwin will say that let's go to City Market, let's go to Freedom Way, it's the same as the rally. I don't know how the president is coming out like that. If you go in the bus, today, if you go in the bus, you only count about the whole bus, about 70 seats, you only find about 2 or 3 people masking up. If you go to the bus in Tendere to town, maybe there will be only one person who is masked up. But if the police says that no, the president says that let's do door to door, it's almost the same because I can imagine if HH himself is moving, say that okay, I'll do door-to-door campaign in Copperbelt. It's moving from Chisokore market to other market, going the house. How many people will be there? How many people will be following? How many people? Imagine. All those things are the same. The only thing, USA did the Trump way did the campaigns. Everyone did the rally. So the issue of the rally, I think, it's there then on veiled. There will be no way where they can say that they should cancel the rally. Also, we need to hear from the ETZ. The ETZ, are they going to give the guideline how to be campaigning? Because so far now we have heard that the UPN rally are being cancelled in the Copperbelt. Soon we'll hear our party, the Socialist Party, has been cancelled. We don't want that. What we want is...
you are coming from the Socialist Party.
Sorry?
Are you coming from the Socialist Party?
No. So it was my tip of my time.
Or maybe you are doing the watermelon.
So what we need to do now, as a senior citizen or as a Zambian citizen, we need to be fair.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. All right. So, Mr. Katapazi have mentioned of the door-to-door campaigns. I was trying to avoid talking about this because of what happened in John Lang when the Patriotic Front were doing their door-to-door campaigns. They crashed with the UPND because when you are doing a door-to-door campaign, you do not know which political party the house you're about to visit is affiliated on. And we are told that UPND campaign center was routed. Is it some 2 days ago?
Comrade, thank you very much. It's just very unfortunate that it happened like that, but we have always emphasized, let us coexist. We can only enjoy this democracy if we coexisted together. You can only enjoy a campaign if you have an opponent. If UPND was not going to be there, there was no need of even opening up to do the same campaign. But because of democracy talks about letting people, is it different with people with different divergent views to come forth and then also help the same democracy to be enhanced. We have, in this case, I think we had the applicants from 19 political parties, and then 4 they failed. So we have 14 presidential candidates that have these political parties will be doing the same arrangement of door-to-door campaign. But the one which I want to clarify and to make it clear to Comrade Katapazi, it's that the banning of rallies, it's only to this club known as the Patriotic Front. It's not to everyone. Ourselves, the party president, is following the guidelines from ECZ, the Electoral Commission of Zambia, and then also the guidelines from the Ministry of Health. To us, which has mentioned this same door-to-door campaign. But unfortunately, with the door-to-door campaign, I remember very well, they are always prone to these necessary fights when the 2 political parties meet. And among them, I remember, like in Munali, we had that sad incident whereby the bus for the UPND was smashed because of the same door-to-door campaign. But basically,
And recently, John Leng for the 2021
our
elections.
yes, and our voice as a ruling party is that let's desist from such. Let's coexist together. We have coexisted the way it has been happening. You know, there was something on social media which was making some rounds. Is it almost 2 days or a day ago, where you find that there was a dog and a goat almost playing together, you see. And then somebody was saying, if you see, if imbwa na nembushfilia ngalira pamo, why can't us human beings coexist? So, you know, it goes for everyone that we need to cherish this democracy. We need to cherish our neighborliness. And the president emphasized, talking about the values of Christianity. The values of Christianity, it talks about talking to those people whom we talk about, the sinners, those whom we have said they belong to the camp of the devil. We are told not to distance ourselves, but instead we have been sent to go and convert the same, not to go and fight, but instead to go and demonstrate leadership through the demonstration of love. Even to us, the president, the values is talking about, as we campaign, we don't want what happened like what my brother is talking about, what happened in John Leng. That should not happen under the leadership of one Edgar Chabalungu. That we don't want to repeat itself. And we are asking our members out there to desist from such. And I want to get back to our comrade. I want to make, for instance, cite an example of what happened in the United States of America. America, I think there are the two scenarios. Trump was downplaying the politics of COVID. He said COVID, he went ahead with the public rallies. And then the Democrats, they went this same door-to-door campaign. And among them, one of the things which I heard, which they employed, it's that one of even the phoning of individuals. Barack Obama was said phoning would be voters so that they would, at the end of the day, vote for the Democratic. And that was very effective. You saw how, for the first time in the history of the United States of America, somebody had to amass almost over 80 million votes by not going the public rally way. So even ourselves, we believe that there are other effective ways of marketing our manifestos. And among them, these are billboards, as I said. The other one is that one of TV, the radio, social media. The one which we talked about, door-to-door, phoning in. You can also phone different individuals. The print media, electronic media, and then also the flyers. And then besides that, we are living in a world whereby songs can also be used to market the party manifesto of the party. The way we have seen that very educative song from Mark II and the Yomaps, which is talking about our achievements. The achievements that you can easily see, and they are calling for everybody to appreciate things that they can see. They are visible. So basically, for us as the Patriot Front, the president said we are going to find ways not only to use the rallies. The rallies, I think now, they belong to the past. Let's find the best way of addressing this issue of marketing our party manifestos so that we do not endanger our own people. At the end of the day, we do not want our people to be there, to be sick, and to have funerals instead of having an election, instead of having an election day. Others will end up having funerals. They will lose their most beloved ones. They will lose almost what their breadwinners. So that's not the case that we want. So basically, for us as the Patriot Front, we want, as our MCC Mumbipili talked about, let's learn something which happened in India, where these people, they are manufacturers of COVID vaccine, but they have been hit very bad. Now, what about if a country which manufactures vaccines can be hit the way it has been hit? What about ourselves? Remember very well, we have a history, even ourselves, what we have accumulated so far. We have knowledge. Exactly, I think a year ago, is it on 15th of July? On 15th of July, it was a dark day for us, especially for us in the Patriot Front. We suffered 2 members of parliament who passed on, from Mwansabombe Rogers Mwilame, so rest in peace. And then also the Chilwekwa family also lost a gallantry leader who is from the northern part there, Lukasha constituency. So basically for us, we are telling our people that we are not stopping anyone, but you follow the laid down procedures. You can go ahead. I've heard that the UPND, they have even bought 16 million masks to help in their public rallies. So basically, if they want to go, they will follow social distancing, 1 meter, 1 meter, so that at the end of the day, they will have their gathering the way they want it. But what is important is that let them follow the health guidelines. And if they are not going to follow the health guidelines, they will not be allowed by the relevant authorities. And the relevant authorities, it's not only the police. The president talked about two things: the police, and then also the health ministry, the Ministry of Health. Why are you talking about the police only, but you are forgetting about the Ministry of Health? In fact, the Ministry of Health, when they come and they find you that you have even COVID, they have the mandate even to lock you for 14 days. They will even make you even away from even having those elections. So we don't want a situation whereby almost maybe even 200,000 of our people, they would be voters, they will be in this quarantined. You know, that's what we are risking. We don't want people to be quarantined unnecessarily, because at the end of the day, come July maybe 20th, and then you have more than maybe even 1 million people quarantined, or close to about even 700,000 people will be quarantined. They will be the same people will be saying, no, look, what they have done, our PF now, they are quarantining our people in our strongholds. They are quarantining our people in where the UPND is perceived strong. No, we don't want such scenarios. We don't want such politics. At the end of the day, it's important that you understand that the president had put a ban on party activities that belong to the PF.
As we get close to the end of the program, we are already beyond time. We have passed our time. We are 3 minutes into other people's time. PF is hiding in the name of Corona. I pray you lost the election so that you will learn a lesson. I warned you, sir. Stop lying in the studio. Okay, Pastor Mtale, thank you very much for your message. Honorable Simasiku from Tendere saying, morning, Mr. Godwin and Mr. Mukondo. President Lungu yesterday said PF will not hold rallies, but few hours later, what did we saw in Mongu when the Republican Vice President and the PF running mate were holding a huge rally in Mongu? What a directive. The president is saying this and the running mate is doing the negative of it. Lovewell from Garden is saying PF and Edgar have worked and we have welcomed the move that has been taken due to COVID-19. This one coming from Pethias Lutaka is saying the PF just want to hide in the name of health guidelines because they don't have the numbers on the ground. Mr. Chendera, don't mislead the nation. How many gatherings have you been having from the time COVID came into existence? And please tell us, tell us the truth. Those people who were stranded, are they UPND or what? I think that one has been answered already. This other message, we'll ignore it, coming from Regan Ngandu. We are not talking about the president eligibility here. This one, I can't see the name. Okay, let's conclude. Mr. Chendela, your reaction and your concluding remarks.
We are not hiding in the COVID-19, and that is Pastor. Ourselves, I think the world has now accumulated a lot of evidence that these rallies are super spreaders, and India stands as an example where the incumbent prime minister there, the incumbent leader, has suffered even a defeat in one of the key states there. So it's an example of what it means when people don't respect the health of their people and goes for the political way. So basically, I think before I come to end this program, I would want to quote the Ghanaian president, who has always said that economies, we know how to repair them, and politics, we know how we have been conducting them. But when it comes to lives, it's important that we respect life, because there is no second time to repair a life. So basically, to us as a Patriot Front, we would want to urge everyone that we follow the laid down health procedures, and then also we make sure that we continue participating in a recovery in a way that cannot affect our neighbors. I thank you.
Thank you very much. And of course, that's where we end today's edition of the Lusaka Star, the program which discusses issues affecting our communities. Godwin Lunga, my name's. Until next time, when we bounce back, shalom, shalom, and enjoy the rest of your day.